Welcome to Watch Rewatch, the podcast that's still open for business. The bars might be shut down, but we're still going strong. I'm Sean.
I'm John.
And we're back for another week. Welcome to anybody just tuning in live, and hello to everybody watching after the fact. It's a weird day here in Montreal. They just announced that everything is going to shut down again. Everything being movie theaters, which is kind of the thing, the hook for this show. So yeah, I'm curious, just like right off the bat, because that's kind of the hot news item of the day. What are your thoughts on that, John?
I guess I have to watch Contagion again.
Contagion, yeah.
That's how you start a new lockdown. You have to watch Contagion just to.
You have to watch Contagion.
You have to start it off the right way. Go back to the beginning, because that's what we're doing. We're going back to the start.
Back to the start, yeah. It's really a strange turn of events. I mean, I'm curious how it's actually going to affect the movie theaters, because I can't imagine they would have been doing all that much business, even with how things were allowed to open.
I wonder, because I heard it's $150 to rent a movie theater if you want.
$150.
$150, yeah.
Well, not anymore.
But I wonder. Oh no.
Oh,
I wonder. Yeah,
there you go.
Like finagling with something. But I wonder if that's the new way of watching something, is to rent out a private thing.
Well, that's what we did when we saw Tenet. Is one of my buddies, Pat, he ended up renting out a theater. He'd kind of cheated the system because they're only selling half seats, or they were at this theater. So you could only get 50% capacity. So he bought all the 50% of the seats, and it was a small theater. And then it was I think $300 and something to get a whole theater.
That's more business than they were meant to do anyway.
Yeah.
Like, normally we would go and it'd be like 4 people maybe at Cars 2.
Yeah. No, it was. It's a thing, but yeah. So the movie theaters are shutting down. It's going to be a rough year for the traditional theatrical market. I mean, like already, what is Tenet even at? It's not. It's in the hundreds of millions. It's not worldwide.
The domestic number is what's important.
Yeah, we should look that up. I wonder.
The domestic, I think, is like 46, maybe under 50. Internationally, it's doing in the 100 millions. Yeah.
American box office. Let's see. Yeah, I'm only $200 million globally. Whew, that's rough. That's rough.
And it cost a lot too.
Yeah, well, I think it was $250 production budget plus marketing. They're probably looking at having to make $500.
I don't know what I don't know how to quantify that kind of money.
Yeah,
the production put beside that kind of thing.
That's a lot of cash. Welcome to anybody.
Here in Quebec, we're getting a lot of that 900 number. The highest, instead of high grossing, we're getting high cases.
High cases, yeah. So they're shutting some stuff down, but we're going to hunker down and do our best to stay safe. Hello to anybody just tuning in. I see there's a few more people popping in. Say hello in the chat. Let us know.
The live chat feature.
Live chat feature. We got the live chat. Do you have the view of the live chat?
No, I do not.
No? Okay. You don't have to have it. I can have it.
I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it? All right. John's going to look it up.
Check out this live chat.
That's it. See who's in. Nobody's in yet, but welcome to anybody just popping in. Say hello. Tell us your name, your social security number, your home address.
Facebook face.
Facebook
like
face,
it's me looking at Facebook while I'm...
The soft blue glow of Mark Zuckerberg. Well, I guess... I kind of a fitting segue right off the bat.
I need to correct the record at some point.
You need to correct the record? Well, we should get to that right at the head of the show. So, for people who haven't seen the show,
is Yan there? Like it's his record that I need to like
that it needs correcting.
Correct.
Well, let's give the audience a little. For anybody who hasn't seen the show before, it used to be a segment on the old audio podcast. John corrects the record because we kind of get a little hot and
ahead of
quick.
Ourselves.
Yeah,
we're like Warner Brothers giving $250 million to Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
for that movie, I don't even remember.
Yeah, we get ahead of ourselves sometimes, so we got to correct the record, which we take pride in getting the facts right.
Yeah, no, I have.
Joe Rogan had to do an apology. We have to correct the record. Not that we're associated with him.
Well, you could forgive me, but like the problem was that we were talking about silly titles, and the title "The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus" came up, and I mistook it for Mr. Megorium's Fantastic Emporium,
which are both kind of the same sound.
One is, but yeah. So when that title was dropped, I immediately described it as the Dustin Hoffman Megorium Emporium instead of the the Johnny Depp, because Heath Ledger died. So the Johnny Depp, Jude Law, Colin Farrell. No, it's not Jude Law. It was some other third guy. See, anyway, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Tell me you at least know what I'm talking about.
I know, yeah. So that was a Terry Gilliam.
Jason Bateman was like trying to get this toy store in New York, and Natalie Portman was like in love with this old man.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that one, but I definitely do remember the one where Heath Ledger died during production, or just like he'd started shooting and he overdosed, and then they replaced him with three actors. Those three actors,
Depp,
playing
Colin Farrell, and maybe Jude Law. I'm not sure.
Maybe Jude Law. I thought it was maybe Jude Law.
Okay.
Oh, we have an address coming in: 123 Main Street, Shittsville, Ontario. Well, thank you for the address. We'll take your social security and your bank passwords, and we'll keep them
safe.
David
Fincher reference, or is that Paper Street? Paper Street with the Fight Club Street.
I think Shittsville's just a shit joke, and you know what? I'm here for it. Okay. Yeah. So
I need to get to that chat.
Got to get to that chat. John will find that chat. I'm going to jump in a little bit. I ended up doing a rewatch this week. Technically, it was last week, but we didn't have time to get to it.
Rewatch.
And
cool.
It was not a rewatch for me. It's a rewatch in general, but it was a first-time watch for myself, which was The Crow, which was directed by Alex Proyas.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
we like movies.
We like movies. Yeah, The Crow was a 1994 action picture, famously known. Sorry,
Dimension Pictures presents.
Dimension Pictures, Miramax, Weinstein.
Do they say the name of the movie in the movie?
I don't know if they do, but there's a lot of crows, so there's a visual allegory. Maybe that counts.
Say it. You know where I stand.
There's no, yeah, that's it. They don't say it. But yeah, 1994 movie. Everybody really knows it for the death of Brandon Lee, who died in an on-set accident involving a firearm. But I had no idea kind of the cultural history of this movie. It's kind of become a huge cult hit. And have you seen it, John? Have you seen The Crow?
Like maybe like before Titanic, or like I don't know, 1997 on Showcase, maybe once. I know it has he gets murdered. It's kind of like RoboCop, except he's not a robot; he's a crow.
Yeah, he's like this. Yeah, it's this goth action movie.
It looks scary.
It's pretty dark, and it's got this incredible visual design.
There's
and there's a lot of
everywhere. It's always nighttime.
Always nighttime. Always raining. There's like these swooping camera moves through the city. That's like it's this incredibly detailed miniature.
Like dated, like Dune, like Lynch's Dune dated, or like it holds up in a cool they did what they could.
No, it holds up really well. Yeah, there's some great model work for the cityscape stuff, and some really nice production design. And it's a weird movie, but you see a lot of films that it influenced down the line. Clearly, The Matrix was, I think, the biggest one. A lot of the style, the slow motion, and obviously The Matrix pulls from like John Woo and all this stuff. But that goth energy of The Matrix definitely is like some Crow stuff.
The Crow.
I
went to a theater camp for like a summer school, like a spring break once, and there was one of the activities was we had to like play a character we all wanted to be, and I don't know what I did, but one kid wanted to be the Crow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
And so did he do the full get up and everything?
No, he didn't. He was mad that he couldn't do the Crow.
Oh, they wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because he wanted to like suck souls or kill people. Is that what this guy does?
He kills people. He gets revenge. So him and his girlfriend are, he's murdered. She's murdered and raped. It's like fucked. It's very, very rough. And so he comes back from the dead somehow. There's this whole prologue where they talk about the your soul is attached to a crow, and it's this whole thing, and you could come back. Anyway, he comes back from the dead, and he's there to avenge the death of his beloved. And he does. And he just murders a bunch of people. There's no spoilers in that movie. He just murders a bunch of people. That's it. That's the whole movie.
How's the chat doing?
How's the chat? We got a couple people, one person in the chat right now. Anyway, actually, let us know if you have seen The Crow yourself. Let us know your review. You can type it out word by word, line by line in the chat, in the group chat. Because this is,
I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
It's I mean I enjoyed it. It's weird in a way that is kind of, it's very watchable. It's very stylish, well made. Alex Proyas was like considered a visionary at that time, you know, like an up and coming one, because he did The Crow and then he did Dark City, but then he kind of struggled as he went on after that.
They gave him iRobot.
They gave him iRobot. That was his big one, and I don't think that did as well as they wanted it to.
He did Gods and Emperors. Not
yeah.
Like,
are you familiar with the brouhaha around that one?
No, and please tell me.
Oh, okay.
Who's in that one? Is it Gerard Butler?
Gerard Butler and the guy from Game of Thrones, Nicola.
Waldorf, Costa Concordia.
Yeah. But this Proyas did.
Okay. Yeah.
He did the most recent one, this Gods and Emperors or whatever the hell it's called, and it got savaged, you know, in the reviews. People hated it, and he went on this tirade on Facebook of all places, facebook.com/Alex Proyas.
The Lannister dude.
No, the director, Alex Proyas.
The director?
Yeah, just did this whole screed talking about how, you know,
Facebook.
On Facebook, how people don't know how to review and they don't think for themselves, and it's like they don't know how to read art. It was really not a good look for a movie that was already struggling, and he hasn't. I don't. Maybe he has stuff in the works since, but that was 2016, I think, and it's been
a long time ago.
Yeah, and that did not do well. I mean, I don't know. He really doesn't seem to have the same, but he had something back in the 90s. He had this special sauce.
He made that one hit. He had that hit. And he had Roger Ebert behind his ass for that Dark City.
Roger Ebert liked his stuff.
Well, I think Roger Ebert called Dark City the best movie of that year.
Wow, really? I do want to see it. It's on my list. I was going to watch Dark City first, but my whole chronological movie consumption thing made me end up watch the Crow first, just so I could see, you know. I want to see the evolution of the filmmaker.
You're doing this like auteur thing. You know, you got the Mike Lees, you got the Alex Proyases.
Yeah, I'm interested in a director. Yeah, I'm interested in a director's vision over time too. It's interesting to see how they evolve and how some people build their careers up and go on to great heights, and other ones, you know, they hit hard and fast and then can't quite recapture it. You know, I guess.
Like who?
Well, I was going to say Richard, the director of Donnie Darko, Richard.
Oh, that guy, absolutely.
Who? Richard, I wish I should.
Yeah,
I should know his.
Kelly.
Richard Kelly. Yeah, Richard Kelly like had that thing where Donnie Darko, I think, is a fantastic movie, cult hit. You know, it's widely loved, and then he had his big follow up, which was Southland Tales, which is a very strange movie.
Hell of a cast.
Hell of a cast. An ambitious movie, and just a hot mess.
Cameron Diaz's The Box.
Yeah. The Box I liked, actually. That one didn't do so well, but I enjoyed it. It was kind of a weird, creepy sci-fi thriller, you know, paranormal.
Yeah. No, Southland Tales looked like a Brave feature. Like an unfunny I Heart Huckabees in the same time.
Yeah, except it tried to be funny. But yeah, I think it was trying to be funny and failing at being funny, which is even weirder and harder.
It had Stifler, Buffy, and The Rock. With a cameo by Kevin Smith and everyone in Hollywood.
Yeah, it was a wild movie. I'm curious to see, though. It's been enough time that I'm wondering if it holds up, or like it holds up better than what I remember it. I'm not sure that it would.
I'd watch that. I'd give that a shot.
It's like 3 hours too, isn't it?
Jesus.
Something
and it's one of these like incomprehensible edits. Like you have to watch the Kelly edit, not the studio edit.
Yeah. You got to watch the
bid.
Yeah, I know these.
Fucking Ridley Scott and his fucking Blade Runner. It's like, oh, this Harrison Ford narration and fucking setting off a whole category of director's cuts.
Well, there's like 6 versions of that movie too. There's been a number, like the final edit or something. I don't know.
This guy.
I feel lucky that I got to see Blade Runner when they did reissue that in 35. They made new 35 prints. And it was nice to see it in 35 millimeter. It was a joy.
Like the director's cut or the director's extended cut.
Yeah. Oh, Yan is in the chat. Hey, Yan.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have to rewind it to get the record.
That's it, Yan. We corrected a fact from last week for you. John made a mistake and remembered it, and you can see it when you watch the episode back. But you got a little shout out. Welcome to the show, buddy. Yes. Anyways, let us know. Drop into the chat. Anybody who's just showing up, let us know if you've seen The Crow and what you thought of it. I'm curious to see what other people like. Did you? Especially if you let me know if you.
There's a third Crow, and it's direct to DVD, and it stars Kirsten Dunst.
Oh no! Oh no!
And I think it is still Dimension Pictures, and like, yeah, it's just like a white face with like black smeared on the eyes.
God, they really tried to make that the franchise, eh? I'm curious to know if any of you who are watching have seen it, who saw it when it came out. Because I don't know. I can't get a read on how it did. You know, it seems like it was a cult movie, and there was a lot of press around the death. But it was an actor who actually pulled the trigger, and Michael Massé, who notoriously plays creeps. You might recognize him if you look him up.
Okay.
Apparently, he was like traumatized, and he had to take a year off. It was a whole thing.
Well, we'll have to watch it then. Do they show like? What scene did that happen in the movie?
Well, it actually happened at the head of the movie. There's the scene where him and his girlfriend get murdered. It was during that scene, but they shot that towards the end of the production. So that scene is weird in like when you watch the movie, it's cut up in all sorts of little like flashes. And that's why is that they obviously don't show that scene. They reshot some of it with another actor, but you only see it for like a split second, so you can't really see what's going on. But yeah, it's weird that that's still in the movie. You're just like, a person died right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other craziness. There's that Wizard of Oz story where there's like the guy who hung himself in the forest there.
Is that true, or is that a rumor?
I don't know. It's better to think about it the way you want it to. Like, the studios were evil back then, especially to that Judy Garland.
Yeah. Just some guy being like, it's fine, we'll take the body down after lunch.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Yep. So
that was your rewatch of the week.
That was my rewatch. A first-time watch for me, but a kind of a well-regarded classic movie. I've been trying to kind of dive back into stuff that I may have not seen or things I've heard about. And I'm curious, did you end up doing any watches or rewatches over the past week?
That's a good question. I am not prepared for this.
That's okay. If you haven't, we'll throw it to the audience and let us know what you guys have been watching lately. Anything that we should talk about?
Yesterday, that was stupendous, but that's television, so that was a watch. I don't rewatch Family Guys.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's a lot of rewatch value in that.
There's one gold nugget in each episode for a good joke.
Okay,
yeah,
there you go.
People are telling me to watch the Netflix movie, The Devil Has Your Back, or something like that. It's this. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Robert Pattinson, Tom Holland movie that just came out.
Where Robert Pattinson has that bizarre accent.
It's like he's like it takes place in the South. Yeah, I don't know. Looks kind of sweaty.
Yeah, it does look sweaty. Maybe that's worth a watch. Yan says he got to work with the DP that was on The Crow and he never talked about it. Yeah, I'm sure. Like that's got to be rough, and it did help. Kind of put. It's sad that it had to happen, but it pushed safety precautions forward for firearms on sets. The things that it was like a series of events that happened where they were firing blanks but using real bullets at one point, and a bullet got dislodged and got stuck in the barrel. So they did have a blank in there, and it shot the bullet out. It was in the abdomen, and he bled, and he got to the hospital. He wasn't like instantly dead. But yeah, it was pretty rough. But we're at a place now where hopefully those kind of things would never happen again. But it's really a shame that it had to happen. And there's a lot of talk about the curse, because like with Bruce Lee and his son now, there's a talk of a curse. You know, I think just because of the tragedy in the family.
Okay.
But it certainly doesn't help, especially on a movie like that with all the imagery. It's like it did. You know, it's not a good run of luck. Bruce is mentioning Raised by Wolves. Yeah, I've heard about this. It's the HBO Max. Did we talk about this last week a little bit?
No, and I haven't watched it. Have you seen it?
No, I saw the trailer for Raised by Wolves, and it looks... HBO Max looks like store brand HBO, if that makes any sense. You know? When your mom buys the store brand cereal and you're disappointed about it, it feels like that, where they're, I think, buying shows instead of producing them outright, so it doesn't have the same sense of authorship that HBO stuff has.
Yeah. Right. I don't associate HBO Max shows with HBO, but at
Yeah,
this point, I don't think I'm streaming. But I have a bias towards some networks. You know what I mean, or some streaming giants.
you
A
do.
show,
Or
a
you
good show can come. I don't. I just think that any good show can come from any of these people. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I tend to have a lot more biases, but I think you're probably more correct than I am in that regard. I think, there's such a wide variety of people making TV shows now, the networks, and there's so much happening that it's like if you really run the numbers on it, it's probably kind of even in terms of like how many good shows, that like shows that do well critically and, I guess financially.
This Raised by Wolves, I'm ready to watch it. I'm gonna watch it probably. I hear good things about it. That Lovecraft Country, I didn't even start.
Yeah, I did one.
It hasn't entered the drain yet. It hasn't
Yeah.
entered like the EW talk.
Yeah, I watched one episode and it was good, but it wasn't, I think, what I expected. I was expecting something a little more serious, like a little more, and it's serious at times, but it has a very pulpy side to it. And it's like, I guess I prefer my horror stuff to kind of be really, I want to feel bad when I watch it. And you do feel bad watching the show, but in a way that's like comic booky, I guess.
I'll watch the finale. I love doing that with shows, especially shows I have no intention of watching, or I do have an intention of watching, and I'll just watch like a standalone episode deep inside the mythology, and then it just like creates like an explosion of ideas of what the show's going to be about. But
That
the
seems
Raised
kinda
by
fun.
Wolves, it has a really cool looking Tilda Swinton actress, and that's why I would watch it. Just this.
That's it for the Tilda Swinton lookalike.
Yeah, that's who I want.
Sorry?
I said that's who I want in my TV. Like
All the actors to look like Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, these alien looking like Debicki, Elizabeth Debicki from Tenet.
Oh yeah, also looks like
Extraterrestrial-ish. Same with Allison Janney and Jane Lynch.
that's true. They all kind of look like the aliens from Camino in Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Episode 2. The tall ones with the like white. They have like spindly necks. The Star Wars fans in the audience will hear.
The ones who are raising the clones.
Yes, exactly, on Camino.
Okay.
You know, points for remembering that. Actually, no, I think I get points deducted for knowing that.
That's the movie with the diner and that fat alien.
Yes, yeah, a fat alien and a diner, a 50s diner, but in space.
And I honestly think that Natalie Portman has the worst hair in that movie. They set the bar so high for her hair in the first one, and in the second one, she's got like. It's weird. It looks like a bad Photoshop of all the versions of Leia's hair all in one head.
They just couldn't pick a style and we're like
she's that cinnamon bun thing that's so famous? Like the
the
Leia
two
cinnamon buns in the ears. Yeah, they have that and then like braids coming out of it with more cinnamon buns and
oh my god. It's just a 12-pack of cinnamon buns plus churros stuck inside. You're just come on.
And it's the scene where they're like romanticizing it and the flowers with like those like pig bison running around.
Yeah, they're
rolling
rolling
around.
around.
Sand in that scene?
Yeah, that's one of the famous scenes. Yeah, it talks about sand and sand getting everywhere. I don't like sand. It's coarse and it's rough and you're beautiful. You're not like sand. It's like, I can't believe that's, a scene that exists. But it is, people gave George a lot of shit. I tend to take more of the tack that it's like Freddy Got Fingered, where I think it's high art now. I
almost bought Freddy Got Fingered this week. I went to Renaissance and it was there for $1, like the VHS, and I'm like, you know what? I would love to rewatch it, and we could watch it. The fucking line was long as hell. It's like one angry-looking cashier at this thrift store with a line of people with shopping carts full of clothes, and I'm like, I'm not standing in line for this for one Freddy Got Fingered.
No,
maybe for a couple. See how fast it goes. It didn't go very fast, so I put it back. I'll try again next week.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it'll still be around. Who's going and snatching that up?
Well, here's what's so funny is that these people at Renaissance they circulate or they rotate the collection every week. Shit comes in and shit goes out. Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna end up being somewhere else next week, potentially.
At another Renaissance in the city.
At another Renaissance. So, they keep it
if
moving around.
If they're open.
Whoa! Oh my God! You can hear shit. That's not annoying. I'm moving my mic.
Sounds like an orchestra getting started, banging on the percussions.
There we go. Sorry.
Yeah, I got time to check my thing here.
Check your hairline. Are we gonna do? Is this a new segment? Check John's hairline while your hair's short. All right.
Look at that. That's
I'm gonna give that that's a 7.8. That's a good hairline.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
This is a beard line. I can
The beard line?
that thing right there.
Yeah, you got a little hole in the middle. Is that this or is it?
I don't know. It's like a John Travolta thing. I don't know.
You got a scar
This
like
has nothing
Harrison
to do with
Ford?
watching or rewatching anything again. Yes, we should stick to the program.
No, we got to. The whole point of the program is that we just abandon it all the time, and then we lose all our viewers when we talk about Big Brother.
That ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna talk about that trash.
No, fuck it. It's not worth talking about. Boring.
But I'm excited about award season coming up. Like the fall season is coming up. You know, like I picked up an Entertainment Weekly the other day, and it just like showed everything that's coming down the pipe. And so, like at least from now until December, we'll be completely sedated with content.
Oh, see, I haven't bought an entertainment magazine. Do you have it nearby? Is it there? Could you show us a little bit? I'm curious to see.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's the actual double issue. Normally these things cost $4, but this one costs $8. And this is the fall TV preview for the Entertainment Weekly. And the Disney people have not like officially name dropped what this fucking creature's called.
It's still
Everyone
the
calls
child.
him Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
And he's the child.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, it's not. Neither of those stick for me. Neither of those are good names. It's just like, oh, it's this Disney thing. It's this money.
It's money.
The money.
They just should call it ka-ching. You know, it's like ka-ching, ka-ching.
The money thing from The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
The thing that makes money.
Makes a ton of money.
So it's still got paper. You know, it's got a couple of good pages. It shows the poster for Ratchet, the Ryan Murphy production.
Nurse Rat. So this is a spinoff from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
I guess so. I don't know. The movie? Like, what?
That's so
it's
weird.
like as if Tim Burton did it. And yeah, that's about it. There's some crosswords involved, and what the most remarkable thing, and it blew my mind, is there's a new David E. Kelly, Hugh Grant, Nicole Kidman show, and this asshole plays a character who's named right after me. I don't know.
Wow. So it's called The Undoing, or is that the title of the article?
The Undoing is the name of the show, the limited series. And director Susan Beer, who did Bird Box, convinced Hugh Grant that he simply had to star as Jonathan Fraser, a pediatric oncologist and pillar of New York society who goes missing after a young mother is bludgeoned to death.
Oh, my God. Wow, John. Is it spelt the same way?
It is spelt the same way, too, unfortunately.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, like, my name is now going to forever be associated with a missing woman.
Wow, John. What did you do?
What did I do? How did David E. Kelly, how did his ears get a hold of my name?
You know what? I'm not going to lie. I've been sending him emails for months. I'm sorry, John. I did get a coupon to the Keg, so I'll take you when we can go back to the restaurants. It's dinner for two, half price. So you're welcome.
It's not very good.
Yeah, I know. It's like, come on, David. You can't
Keg.
to the Keg.
That poor so-and-so's. Yeah, well, we got so much to watch. You know, watching on our phones. That 45 years, I'm watching that old dry British movie. Now this movie goes like it's dusty.
What's this called? 45 years?
Yeah, I told you about this one. It's like about a couple who's celebrating their 45th wedding anniversary, and like a couple of days before it, there's a letter to the husband, who was the next of kin of someone who died 50 years ago because she got lost in a glacier, and now they found her body. And now this woman, who's actually alive, the other wife, the real wife, is unraveling because she realizes that this man for 45 years never loved her or never saw her as herself, because he's been kind of putting this woman's ghost in this other woman's body. Not literally, but like it's a facade, this marriage for 45 years. Anyway,
wow.
So just watching these scenes unfold, it rips your heart out, because this man is like distant and not really looking at her, but you could just sense that he's just appropriated this dead woman's life onto this other woman and never really loved her.
And who's the director? This is a British film?
Yeah, it's a British film. It's done by a guy who's done like a gay movie called Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's about gay guys who hook up on a weekend. And then this HBO show called Looking. It was kind of like the Sex and the City for gay men.
Okay.
It was like this promiscuous gay guy would try and just find things. Looking was like a metaphor, I guess. But it took place in San Francisco, and he was like a video game developer. Okay. This was in the mid 2000s. Sorry, it was on HBO for 2 seasons, and then they did a TV movie.
What year?
2015 to 18.
Okay, so fairly recently.
Yeah, and it stars like Jonathan Groff.
Whoa.
Nice.
Did my light go out? Hey, all right. Hold on. I'm gonna solve a problem here, guys. John, take over. I'm cutting to you.
Okay. What do I have here to show off? Oh, I found this Disney envelope in my trash. It says I have like savings inside, but there's nothing inside. So I don't know if I should just keep the empty envelope and like see if someone picks it up on the street and looks inside it.
All right. Let's see. Can I turn on standard lighting?
Oh, I got an Empire magazine with Tintin on the cover, the Spielberg Tintin. Like, do you remember how much of a hit this movie was?
Oh my God. I forgot about that. I'm listening and I'm also trying to fix something, so hold on.
Yeah. I saw that Tintin in theaters and then I watched it again, but like, I don't know. Who's staying up for that Tintin? Yeah.
There we go.
You fixed it.
I fixed it. All right. I'm back. Hey, what's up? Sorry about that,
So that was a
folks.
magazine from like 10 years ago, and here's another magazine from like 2 days ago. The Child, Entertainment Weekly.
The Child. Welcome. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, $8.
We got
Telling you what to
some,
watch.
got some people in the chat chiming in. Yan was saying he worked on Taking Lives, I don't know if you remember that, the Angelina Jolie picture. And the crew volunteered their names to be like as police station people, like, you know, for things they've done. So Yan's been immortalized as somebody who stole a car. But Yan, you wouldn't download a car, but I guess you would steal a car. That's fine. We forgive you.
Didn't Taking Lives someone to stole a car?
Somebody stole a car. I mean, a lot of all the crew did stuff. I guess
I thought it was
just
called
in the
Taking
back.
Lives, not Taking Cars.
Taking cars. Well, they rewrote it after they were like, Yan, I don't know. We like you. You're a great crew member, but you're not a good actor.
Angelina was also in The Bone Collector.
The Bone Collector, right? And
That's a Montreal thing.
that's a Montreal one. Oh, is Taking Lives? Wait, is that
That's
also
another
her?
Montreal one too.
Oh, yeah.
She's in that. It's like Ethan Hawke and the guy who did Suburbia. I don't know. That's that Shia LaBeouf House Arrest Rear Window movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, was it Suburbia? Something like that. That was actually pretty good.
Was it? Okay. Yeah. I think it was that guy.
Yeah, it is really very much a Rear Window ripoff, but it's well done. It's well made.
Yeah. Your room looks like a set. It looks like
oh yeah,
looks
here
like
I
you're
guess.
living in like a wow. Look at that.
This is
Beautiful.
the new studio. We got, some art on the wall. There's a couch. There's
so
that's it.
light.
Yeah,
and
it's
comfortable.
very nice. It's
Look at this
very
trash
nice.
behind me.
That's it.
God forbid any of you help me move when I die.
Well, look, it's like we have its contrast. It's like you got the light side and the dark side of the Force.
Oh yes, that's right. The only time that analogy has ever been used.
Yeah. Yan saying there was supposed to be a trilogy of Tintin, but apparently that fell apart after the first movie. That's wild.
They were so ambitious. It was like Spielberg would do the first one, Peter Jackson would do the second one, and then what? Like fucking Colin Trevorrow would do the third one.
Yeah, I have no idea what they thought was going to be, the appeal of that. Did it lose money when it came out?
Maybe one of these, like, it did okay, and
Right.
then forget the rest of it. I'm sure it did well internationally, but
right, yeah.
it was a Spielberg movie, but it was like Polar Express,
Yeah.
And,
It was
like,
back there was
actors in it.
it feels like there was a period where they did Polar Express, that movie, Beowulf, like all pretty close together when they thought that was going to be the next thing, the next revolution in filmmaking.
Christmas Carol, this like Jim Carrey nonsense that Robert Zemeckis made for Disney, that was nonsense.
Oh,
Ugh.
shit. I didn't know that he did one. Like, I didn't know Jim Carrey did one of those movies. So
Yeah,
do they
he
have
was
him
Ebenezer.
mocapped?
Yeah, him in the suit and like doing all the characters.
All
Yeah.
of them? Oh. Is it weird? Is it really like cringy or...
It's like ugly. It's just straight up ugly. That's my opinion. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just strange that like people respond to that. That Polar Express is pretty terrifying.
There's a weird uncanny valley thing that all of those movies get to that, like, I'm glad that we've backed away from that and that's not a thing anymore, but it makes me wonder, like, Zemeckis, has he been working on something recently? He's usually working on stuff.
He did that Montreal movie, The Walk, and then he also did that.
Yes.
He did that mumblecore Steve Carell. That's not mumblecore, but he did that Steve Carell like PTSD or like dresses a cross-dressing man who falls in love with dolls movie. Welcome to What's the name of that movie? Welcome to Marwen. You got.
Oh, he did well. Oh, wow, that didn't do. Okay, yeah, now I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
talking about this.
Yeah.
Anyways, based on a documentary where the guy I think is like a cross-dresser or something, but somehow like they make fun of him at a bar for that, and they beat him within an inch of his life or something, and then his way of therapy are these dolls.
Right, yeah, he builds these cityscapes and these these tableaus. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Based on the trailer that I've seen.
Yeah, the trailer seems like they gave away the whole movie too. I don't think there's a lot going on beyond
and
what you see there.
There's mocap CG in that.
Yeah, because he sees himself as these characters. I saw that and it looked weird. Josh was in the chat. He was mentioning Tintin had $135 million box office and it made $374. That's one of those things where a studio will consider that a failure because it probably, even though it made its budget back, it probably didn't make the marketing budget back. So it didn't actually make the studio break even. He's working.
Yeah, that makes sense. What would they
Yan
want,
mentioned.
$500 million?
Sorry?
They would need $500 million to say yes to Tintin 2.
Yeah, for sure. At least 5, 5 to 7, I feel like, to really go forward with another one. And that's changed over time too. It's gotten more severe. Like you need to make more money to get a sequel. Although looking at this now, Yan did mention that Zemeckis is working on Pinocchio.
Oh God.
Yep. So I'm assuming that's going to be
and if I'm
hybrid.
not mistaken, Guillermo's doing another Pinocchio, and it's just going to be like 2 Pinocchios at once. There's a way that there were 2 Jungle Books at once,
or the 2 Deep Impact and Armageddon. Like those years where we double up on
Bugs Life and
What is? Do you have one of those? Because if you look at all the famous, and let us know in the chat. I'm actually curious. I like these weird things in Hollywood. When you get 2 movies that are the same movie released in a year. So Armageddon, Deep Impact, Bugs Life, and Ant Tale.
No, just Ants.
Ants. Now, I guess if you go with the main brand and the store brand version, thing for all of these. Do you have one? Do you ever prefer one of the weirder ones to the big one?
Or neither.
Or neither. Well, because I think if you look at all those, Armageddon's better than the other one. Bugs Life's better than Ants, but Ants
is also a DreamWorks movie, and you know how I feel about those movies. They just stack the celebrities on top of one another, and then here's the shit product. Well, even though that movie.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing with Ants and A Bug's Life. I don't think A Bug's Life is a premier Pixar movie. And if you ask me now, there's something about of Woody Allen being in a fucking ant movie that I would watch that one first rather than A Bug's Life, just because it's such a weird choice. And like you said, the celebrity stacking.
Sharon Stone is the female other part. There's a Jennifer Lopez, Sylvester Stallone, John Mahoney, Dan Aykroyd, Jane Curtin.
They cast it really adult,
Christopher Walken.
too.
Gene Hackman's the villain.
Yeah, that's such a... Gene Hackman, I don't understand why you would... who are they appealing to? Because they're doing all that stuff. That's casting that's for adults. But it's ostensibly a kid's movie, or sort of?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. They rushed this shit. They're like, oh, Pixar's taking their time. Pixar is taking 18 months to make a Bugs movie. DreamWorks will do it in 12.
Yeah, we'll just crap it out real quick. Keith says he prefers Toys to Toy Soldiers, which I guess was around the same time. Top Gun, Iron Eagle.
Top Gun and in this other movie? No, I didn't see those.
I don't know Iron Eagle at all, actually. But I guess it was and I'm assuming an 80s fighter jockey movie. Toy Soldiers, I saw. Toys. Oh wait, no, that's earlier. That's Tom Hanks.
Small Soldiers, maybe you're thinking about.
Small Soldiers, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know
about.
what Toy Soldiers is.
No, neither.
Sounds like Matthew Broderick's in that one.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know. Called War Games.
Mission to Mars and Red Planet, same year. Yeah. Prestige and The Illusionist. Yeah, Prestige is better than The Illusionist.
That's a good. Yeah. Mr. Megorium's Fantastic Emporium and The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah. You know what? Those count.
Movies.
Fuck, there's so many of them. Keep them coming in the chat, guys. How many can we get in? I think we're getting them all. But The Illusionist, I don't think I saw. I mean, I'm assuming Prestige is better because that's I think one of Nolan's better movies. But The Illusionist, I'm right. I know I'm right. I'm trusting my instinct.
It's got Edward Norton, so anything he touches is kind of like, it's good for you. It meets his standards of excellence.
Iron Eagle was a silly film where the teen gets his hands on an F-16 jet to go rescue his dad in Iraq or Iran or something. That actually sounds better than Top Gun. I think I'd watch that. Top Gun is like whatever, it's like, I understand it's iconic and all that shit, but I'd watch that one. That seems weird,
The Iron Eagle.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those high concept things, and it's like, oh yeah, the kid gets the F-16, and hey, it's gonna be good. We're gonna have hijinks over in another country that's war torn.
Yeah, they're just using the crap they have in the warehouse behind them and writing a movie around it.
Yeah, or it's like financed by the U.S. military, so it's like real raw, and they do all the like glamour shots of the jets. That's the real thing. Like they do it with Michael Bay movies, where in order to get access to shoot like on an actual aircraft carrier, he has to do certain things to kind of basically make little ads for the military. And I'm wondering if this is maybe one of those.
Not in the same way, but Spielberg does that with products that you buy, like anything you eat. He has this like fascination with just incorporating it into any scene without you realizing it. Like take The Terminal, another Montreal movie.
Yeah,
this motherfucker spends half the movie returning carts so he can eat at the Burger King, and it is the best burger his motherfuckers ever eaten.
Oh, so it's all beautifully shot. Sorry,
Tom Hanks. What's his name? It was
The
like
Terminal.
Victor Navarsky.
Oh, his name. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway. So they do it. Do they do it all like beauty shots, like gorgeous looking?
Yeah, and it's next to like a Reebok and like a what's the thing they have there? Not Pure One, but what's the thing for electronics?
Best Buy?
No, it's like a center. No, it's like a
Radio Shack.
No, it's only in airports.
I have no idea.
No, it's okay.
We're getting another one. Actually, kind of a good one. White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen, also in the same. Span.
Yeah, there you go.
Another Montreal movie, White House Down.
Spite, or is this just one of these like great minds think alike things? Studio spite, or just like clairvoyance?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it is probably studio spite, or they both get competing scripts and they're like, they want to get in on the same space and see who can do better.
One studio got the script first, and then when they passed it on, they got somebody right away to start rewriting a similar idea. And it's like instead of this movie making 80 million. Both of us will make 40 million. And
wait, hold on. Another one, Volcano and Dante's Peak. Right there.
Right.
That's another one in the same period. Yeah. What is it? There's got to be, you're right. There's too many of these. I feel like we've just discovered a conspiracy theory,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I believe it.
Platoon, Full Metal Jacket. Yeah. See, it's you're right. It's got to be a studio thing. I can't see it being any other thing. People just being like, and I guess when's the most recent one? I don't think we've seen a ton of it more recently.
That Kevin Spacey movie, the last one, that For the Love of Money or For the Money of the Game or whatever that Money movie was. Mm-hmm. They made a TV show about that during the same year with Danny Boyle. So Ridley Scott did that movie, and then Danny Boyle did the miniseries based on it, and it's both the same fucking story. It's both about the rich asshole who won't pay the ransom.
Okay, so it is. So we had so that's a couple years ago, not even.
Yeah, FX did the show. I think that one was called Trust, and Donald Sutherland was the dad. Mm-hmm. And then this one, it was Kevin Spacey turned into Christopher Plummer.
Well, it's a tale as old as Hollywood. I guess it's going to keep going, and man. Well, I'm glad that we.
Not the same way, but Shrek and Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Shrek and Monsters Inc. Yeah, they're kind of a little more spread out, but yeah, you see this two studios being like, we're gonna fight on this and keep going. But thank you to everybody in the chat for helping us crack that. We solved something, man. We can't solve. There's a lot of problems today, but what we can do is we can figure out what these studios are up to.
Anne Heche is in Volcano.
Anne Heche is in Volcano? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen.
She gets second billing next to Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, is Morgan Freeman in one of those?
No, that's
the president
movie.
Oh, that's the Asteroid movie. I feel like he plays the president.
Podcast.
I like it. I'm not knowing stuff. Yeah, I thought you're supposed to be. I'm the dumb guy. You're the smart guy when it comes
Morgan Freeman in a Volcano movie? Never.
Well,
he's in one of those White House movies.
Here's the thing. Morgan Freeman is basically just the president in every movie, I think, from 1999 to 2012. So I think it's a safe assumption. He's
played the president twice, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. But he's one of those people that you just assume that he's playing the president in any movie. You're just like, oh yeah, who do you need for president? Morgan Freeman. Great.
They didn't show the president in the David Arquette movie See Spot Run, but you know that Morgan Freeman was the president in that world.
That's the new canon. Anytime you don't see the president, it's him, 100%.
Yeah, it's him.
You can you heard it here first, folks. So okay, hold on. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Oh, people are still throwing out.
Volcano doesn't have a good poster. Neither does Dante's Peak. Volcano, it's just like L.A. and like there's like lava coming out of it.
Okay, let's do a little John draws. Do you know from memory? Let's. So for people in the chat, John has a pretty good ability to draw posters with very few lines. Sorry.
I'll do Dante's Peak and then Volcano.
Okay, and I'll pull this up. So here, let's see, Dante's Peak. So John's going to be drawing us his versions, and we'll see if we get it right. Dante's Peak poster, his versions of the Dante's Peak poster and the the Volcano poster. We'll see how close he gets.
Okay. This pen is really puncturing the paper.
Wow, the chat is still going with all of these similar movies. It's
insane. You've opened up a can of vegetables.
It's a can of vegetables and a worm dinner. Unbelievable.
Okay, so this is, I'm gonna look it up, but this is the Dante's Peak one.
The Dante's Peak one. Okay, so walk us through what we're looking at here.
Okay, so that's Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton, and there's a volcano exploding there with like a nice cursive, the name of the movie.
Dante's Peak. Okay. All right, let's see. So that's John's version of the Dante's Peak thing. Let's see. Right. Now, if we cut to the internet.
Perfect.
There you go. You got it. Dante's Peak. Except you had the text on the bottom.
Yeah, look at all that smoke.
Look at all that smoke. Wow.
Oh, man.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, so now you're going to do the volcano one?
Before you go anywhere, do you remember this movie? That image of the grandmother, that's her dying.
Oh, no shit. Oh, wait. Yeah. Hold on. You're right. If you go back to the web, this one
that's
right
her
here.
Pushing the lava water.
Oh, God.
Her legs there.
Getting scalded to death. Wow. Thanks, Google.
That actress is acting. Good for you. That thespian.
Wow. What an actress. Okay, so did you already draw the volcano one as well?
I did. It's not as sexy.
Okay, so we're going to get the volcano one. All right, so walk us through here. So, John, what are we looking at?
As soon as it focuses. So as you can see down there are the cities. There's like a volcano, and there's the title of the movie.
Volcano.
So there's city, volcano, volcano.
City, volcano, volcano. Well, I got to say, you did it. It's city, volcano, volcano.
There you go.
Hey, nice job.
I didn't know his name would be there, but I mean, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's variants where you don't see it. City, volcano, volcano. That's the pattern that's going to get us to the next 100 similar movies. I love that the chat is still fucking going. I'll say this: don't stop. Just keep doing it. It's
throw me one. What's another gnarly one?
We had Darkest Hour and Churchill, Zootopia, Sing, Despicable Me, Megamind, A Quiet Place in the Silence, Goodbye Christopher Robin, and Christopher Robin, a year apart.
Oh, yeah.
It's unreal. Like we have discovered that the Illuminati
Jungle Book thing was ridiculous.
Jungle Book. Look, all I know is that the Illuminati are real, but they're not controlling the government. They're just making similar movies over and over again. That's what they're doing. That's how they want to spend their time. It's okay. It's fine. Wow, man, I'm impressed with the John draws. What is your record? I feel like somebody needs to keep a score. If you're at home, if you watch weekly, start a tally about, if you've watched the other episodes, let us know how many.
Updating, and we've been putting on the site on the Facebook page while it lasts there, like all the John draws. So this will be posted in no time at all.
That's it. And I guess we'll have to. I mean, if somebody knows, let us know what the ratio is. I think there's only been like one.
One or two. Yeah,
it's usually like a minimal inaccuracy. I wonder if we can really stump you. And I guess.
Try right now. I bet for that, because I could do the Crow poster, and I think I could do a good job of it.
Okay, we'll do that. All right, actually, let's throw it to the audience now. So the guys, everybody watching, we're gonna try. Don't do a poster that John might know. We're gonna try and stump John. So think of a poster that John may not know that's kind of a little more obscure, harder to get to, and we'll see if he can draw it and how close he gets.
So I think this is the Crow.
Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. So, the Crow poster.
Okay, so I'll walk you through it. It's like,
Whoops, whoop. Okay,
yeah, it's basically
spoilers.
that. There you go. It's like him. He's in like an alley,
Okay,
and like that's the Crow on the top there.
that's the
It's
Crow on the
him
top.
in the center of the poster in white, like or in
Yep.
white, like, and then like the buildings.
Yeah, I think that's it right there.
There you go. Yeah,
That's it.
that.
Iconic. You got it. Okay. So we have our first one. It's going to be the Aliens with the S. So the number 2 film, the Aliens poster.
Okay, I mean, I don't have paper now. I do. Okay, I think it's just like the name of it, and then there's like a light that's like fucking shooting out of the eye that just blinds you.
Aliens poster. So number 2. John's doing that.
Maybe
and-
there's like claws coming out of it. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's like this.
Aliens. That's the poster?
I think it's like that. Just like the letters, it's like blue, like that James Cameron blue, and then like the eye is like protruding like an open light.
I think we got you, John.
Oh, that one.
It's a
Shit.
full Drew Struzan.
It's the full like maternal protection one.
It is, yeah. Got the
Hey,
gun and everything.
That's the back of the box though, not the front.
I don't know. That's the poster that seems to come up more often than anything else for that movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Well, okay. We got one more coming up, so we'll do one more.
That's a proper stump then, for sure. I guess I'm thinking of like the teaser.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's. We're gonna go back.
Spoiler that poster. I'm sorry. That poster just gives away the whole fucking movie.
Okay. So we're gonna do Tremors.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a good poster.
That's a good poster. This is. I appreciate the suggestion, Yan, but that's I think too iconic of a one. I think I know that one.
Great.
But here we go. John draws. John's drawing the Tremors poster, iconic poster. I think almost everybody from our generation knows that poster. Let's see how close John gets. All right, here we go.
Pen sucks, by the way.
There you go. Yeah, teeth and 3 people. And fucking right on the money, buddy. Teeth and 3 people. That's it. You got
sun
it.
is good. The sun needs to be there. And I was so excited to draw Kevin Bacon, but no.
Killed it.
Yeah.
Killed
Kevin
it.
Bacon, at this point in his career, realized what he needed to do and what he was not going to do. And that was be a leading man.
You know,
That's why he starts taking these like supporting roles or these B-movie roles and like, you know, becomes somebody who's not competing with like Kevin Costner.
Okay, we're getting some conflicting info. Apparently, the Aliens one is not the poster; it's the special edition art. So you might be right, John. We're gonna go back to the drawing board here. So, so you did. All right. So, Josh, if you can,
what does IMDb show?
yeah, Josh. Okay, let's go to IMDb. Here we go. We're gonna find out because this is controversial. We can't have. Fuck, John, you're right. John, you're right. John, you son of a bitch. You never... We haven't stumped him yet. No, I found it, Josh. You'll see. Unbelievable. So, is your track record has been proven. Well, there
That
we go.
was shocking.
That was what a turn of events, man. Whew.
I just
Wow.
was like, well, because that poster's such a spoiler.
It is. It's a huge spoiler. Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah, Yan, he wasn't. That the poster was the name.
One of them.
Yeah, that's it. The
And
one
that
that
Cameron
was special
Blue.
art for later. The one with Ripley. So wow, I'm glad that we corrected that because we need to be on the facts. We need to know this is a show that brings you the truth week in, week out.
Yeah. The way that Road to Avonlea brought you the truth about old PEI days.
Yeah, we're bringing you the
Brunswick
truth.
days, wherever the hell they're from. I don't know.
We're bringing you the truth about movie posters from the 1980s through mid 90s.
The Mrs. Doubtfire poster is pretty scary too. If you didn't know what it was about, and you turned all the emotions the opposite way, like if everyone was frowning, it's this man in a dress busting in with the children while the wife's holding them back.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, the three of them. Yeah, leaning on the. I remember that
Four
one.
of them.
Four of them. Right. There's four.
And Sally Field still has the strength to hold them back.
God. How long have we been going here? I don't even know. We've been going about an hour? I don't know. It's fine.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah, a little less because it starts. There's a little pre-roll. Just checking the time. These people's time is valuable.
Yeah, I don't know. I can pull off see what trash I have lying around.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got a couple more coming in. I like it.
You
People want to
movie
play.
Tron?
Oh, which one? Is it the original?
Yeah. What's this? I got the leaflet, the chapter selection of Tron.
Just from a DVD or something?
Yeah, well, from the 2-disc set.
There you go.
It's in like a pile of inserts and shit that I have.
Okay, we have a new suggestion. I think it's a good one. We're just going to do John draws for the end of the episode. UHF poster. Let's see. So John's going to try and draw this from memory. Oh, this is a good one, an iconic one too.
UHF?
UHF.
It's a good thing I think I know what that is. And yeah.
That's it. We're not going to don't give any more information in the comments about what it is. We're going to see how close he gets. So, John, start your engines. UHF poster.
All right,
go.
Here we go. I'm drawing on a poster, by the way.
John's drawing on a poster. Does that count as a title drop if you draw on a poster on a poster? It's kind of the same thing, right?
I'll unfurl it after. I hope it's something I haven't shown yet.
Okay, here we go.
This won't be good, but it'll give the idea across.
It'll get the idea. Okay. So here we go. John draws the UHF poster coming up in 3, 2,
the ink.
1. Pen down.
One sec.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, here we go. This is as far as I could go.
Look, you don't need any more than that, John.
I was
Undefeated.
Trying to do more.
Undefeated.
There you go.
There you go. Fucking every time. You're unstoppable.
All right. What was
unstoppable? Wow. What was the poster? Let's see.
Okay, so this is the third of a Philip Glass movie. It's called Nakoikatsi, Koiniskatsi, and Poakatsi are the other ones.
Mm-hmm. With a crash test dummy, Miramax Films and Steven Soderbergh present Nakoikatski.
That's it.
Wow. America is test driving the future. So is this about the future, like about technology, this one?
You could say so. It's really just like an arty music video. It's just Philip Glass music with like images. There's no like, I mean, you could say there's like a theme. It's just a montage. It's a montage of shit. Like that Disney movie Fantasia, but for like
for
liberals?
nerds.
I don't know what that word means anymore.
Wow. Wow. So there you go. A poster on a poster, Inception, posterception. Yeah.
There's also this thing, this Lost World Jurassic Park VHS thing that will go boop.
Oh, there you go. Oh, here, hold on. Do it real slow. Whoa. Okay. I loved those. I had the Independence Day one where the White House would get lasered.
Yeah.
That was
I think
a good
I had
one.
that one too, but it was in French.
Oh, Yen saying we got to check if you have a hidden phone in your lap. No, John does this all from memory, folks. This is no cheap parlor trick. We our commitment to the craft is serious.
Yeah. I don't even think I'd have that much access to like look it up in the.
Yeah, you wouldn't be that fast. No way.
No. I can't even do this chat option.
Yeah, so you can't even. Sorry, do you have the chat or what?
No, I had the link from last week. But
no. That's okay. We'll get it up next week. Yeah, here we go.
Next week will be crazy to even think about. I think next week it'll be October.
It'll be October. October. Yeah, it's almost. What do we got? 2 days. 2 days left.
And then we can start watching Christmas movies. Oh my God, Home Alone.
Right. Home Alone. There's a Home Alone shooting here in town too. The new one, the remake. There's, yeah, it's a remake. Yeah, or like they're remaking Home Alone.
What?
I'm surprised you didn't know.
Well, like remake.
Yep.
Like what?
I know.
Okay.
I know. It's fine. It's time for an update. I'll tell you about it.
I hope the stunts are real. I hope the callbacks are painfully obvious, pun intended.
I'm sure you're going to get everything you wish for and then some.
Oh my God. A terrible John Williams ripoff. Like all it
Who
is
would
is
that
like
be? Alan
gingerbread-
Silvestri?
It's Silvestri doing it.
I don't know. Who would it be if you had to pick? Who is the guy who's like known for doing low budget John Williams?
I would not be surprised if they got Danny Elfman to do it.
Oof. Yeah, Danny Elfman, not quite where he used to be.
I love the guy, and like his voice is forever going to be beautifully encased in that Nightmare Before Christmas movie.
Sure,
but like now he's just doing it for the paycheck, I guess.
Yeah, that's
keeping his brand going.
Who do you know who's going to do the score, the new score for the new Zack Snyder Justice League? Is it going to be more of him? Because they're going to have to rescore it.
Okay, so like Hans once again.
Oh, do you think it'll be Hans?
Junkie XL.
Is that his collective? Like his group?
And did Danny do all of Justice League?
From what I understand, yes. But like, I don't know if he was the only person to do it. There may have been other people who were involved in the project prior to him being on.
All of his scores sound the same. Ever since Big Fish, they all just sound the same. Every single one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately. Tim Burton made a Dumbo movie.
A Dumbo movie? Wait, what?
Like
yes. Yeah, I did. I saw the trailer for it. It looked really expensive.
It looked cheap, like that Alice in Wonderland. Well, I don't mean cheap, but it looked like artificial.
Yeah, no, it did. It had weird CG. Like, I think all the backgrounds were CGI.
Yeah. There's like 9 adult characters in that movie.
Why? Who?
What? And they're all sleazy.
Yeah, and also, isn't like Colin Farrell like depressed in that movie? It's like a weird.
He's a widower,
right?
Yeah, / alcoholic.
Yeah, I mean Dumbo is a dark movie. Even the original is quite dark, but this one looked like really doubling down on all of that.
Tim Burton's Dumbo. None of that makes sense. Not like I wouldn't even say that out loud at a bar out of fear of being shamed.
Tim Burton's Dumbo.
I don't know.
Wow.
That's a movie. I don't even know. I think the poster for that one is like Dumbo coming at you and all the characters looking up at him.
Oh my God. Well, I think I don't know how to button this up, but I'm just thinking of Dumbo now. It's just bummed me out. But this has been Tim Burton's watch rewatch, I guess, for this week.
Sure.
We're
gonna end like a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, we're gonna end like a Tim Burton movie on a down note with a. Do we have a good score or a bad score by Elfman? Where are we in the canon?
We have a great score. It rises. It like blows your eardrums.
There we go. So imagine that in your own heads. Thank you for tuning in this week, folks. We will be back next week, probably around the same time. If anything changes as we move forward in the next few months, I will be going back to work to face COVID. So we might switch to Sunday nights. If possible, depending. So we'll keep you posted on the Facebook page. You can reach us online at Sean Swee at JJF006. And any last words, John?
It was great to talk with you, Sean.
It was good to talk with you. Good. It was great. Well. I can't say be well too. I can't say good if you say great. Then I look like an asshole.
Have pleasure.
I will. I will.
and I'll rewatch you later.
I'll rewatch you later. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.